Okay, the Phoenician Scheme, Wes Anderson. Was it good? I don't know. I mean, I didn't enjoy it, and I don't understand why. And I'm also not sure why I'm hesitant to say that because there's a part of me that thinks, am I watching Mozart compose symphonies here, and I just am not on that level to where I can't get it, or am I? Should I believe what I'm seeing, which is an unemotional, kind of monotonous delivery of material that I don't care about and a storyline that I think doesn't really have much to it. Let me explain. I am a Wes Anderson fan. Go back to Bottle Rocket, probably my favorite. Rushmore, Royal Tenenbaums. Now look, I don't want to get into the thing of like, okay, Radiohead, for example, did their first album, and then they did the bends, and then they started changing and getting interesting. I don't want to be one of the people who say they should have played the bends or that the Beatles should have kept playing I Want to Hold Your Hand. No, I'm all for experimentation and exploration. However, I'm not sure that it feels like he's a caricature of himself. Clearly has a unique style, right? You know a Wes Anderson film when you see it. And I think in the future, that's going to be something that sticks out and sort of puts him above a lot of people. Just that alone, being able to find your voice and to roll with it and play with it and experiment with it. I mean, that puts you ahead of like almost everyone, doesn't it? The amount of people who haven't found a voice is significant, right? And he's got it. I don't know if it's because I'm inside it. Maybe if I became a vampire and 500 years from now, I could look back and go, genius. He is a genius. I didn't see it. Because that does happen, right? But I'm sitting there watching the Phoenician Scheme. And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. He's going where? And I don't really care. And I don't really feel any emotion. The only time I felt like, okay, now I'm pulled in and I'm laughing was Michael Cera when he switched from, I won't give it away, but when Michael Cera did something and I thought it was great. That to me is Rushmore, Royal Tenenbaums. I kind of like the French Dispatch. Bottle Rocket. It feels like real people in a quirky way. They've all got the quirkiness of them, even back to Bottle Rocket. But they're not delivering it in that same way. For example, look at Bryan Cranston, Tom Hanks. They're fantastic actors. They can do anything, right? They're amazing. Are they just happen to arrive at the same type of character? Like they all separately studied the script and came up, hey, we just happened to come up with that same type of character again. Or is there somebody saying, this is what it is. If you want to be in this, I need it like this. And that's it. Because you'd have to think that that's what's happening, right? Why else would they be delivering the same type of performance, the same type of character? And maybe the changes are so subtle that it's brilliant and I'm just not equipped enough to understand it or see it. Totally possible. I'll tell you, a couple of the first screenplays I ever bought, not the first ones, but some of the earlier ones that I bought were Jaws, Sideways, and The French Dispatch. And no, Asteroid City. And I'm noticing something right away about the screenplays, right? Jaws, or, I can't remember exactly, but like Sideways, I'm reading the screenplay, I'm like, oh, that's not in there, that's not in there. Oh, they did something wrong, different there. Because I would watch it and follow along. For the Wes Anderson scripts, it's verbatim, right? And I don't know if it's that, I don't think it's that it was printed like afterwards. I feel like it was kind of telling me that, hey, this guy has a script and you don't go off it. And now that makes me think, okay, also the delivery of this is not supposed to be off of what he wants it to be or what he thinks. And I'm not saying that it's not working. I don't see it right now. I don't get it. But I can't tell if I'm looking at Jackson Pollock or if I'm looking at a 7-year-old throwing paint on a canvas. Does that make sense? It's too difficult to tell. And I don't know what the most important thing about watching a movie or being in a cinema and what you experience. What's the most important thing? That it's intellectually stimulating, or that you're laughing, that you're enjoying it, that you're not thinking about it? Because when I'm watching his films now, I'm thinking about it. Somebody did a great review of Oppenheimer where they questioned, I loved it, Oppenheimer, but they questioned a lot of the things that were happening, in that it was so intensely Christopher Nolan style that the whole time you're watching it, you're thinking, I'm watching a Christopher Nolan film, I'm watching a Christopher Nolan film, I'm watching it. That applies to Wes Anderson. I'm constantly thinking about the quirkiness and him and his style and the delivery. I'm not watching it thinking I'm actually in this world. That's the problem I'm having connecting with it. I can't get in and just enjoy what's around me and enjoy the story and the performances. I'm not being surprised. Everything's predictable. The next movie is going to be just like this one, like Asteroid City, like French Dispatch, whatever. I'm not saying I hate it. I don't feel like I'm getting enough realness. That sounds stupid to say because it's a movie and it's fiction, but I mean, if you go into any acting class in the world, and I think they're talking about being real, right? I don't feel that way. I feel like I'm getting the same delivery, the same feel, the same vibe over and over again. And it was cute for a while, and I don't know if it's still amazing and I'm just not seeing it because I'm too close to it, or there hasn't been enough time to sort of, because it seems like they're not doing well at the box office either. I could be wrong about that. Somebody should put that below. I just kind of blurted that out, but I don't notice that they're in the theaters for very long, at least where I'm at. So I don't know if people are not enjoying it, or it's one of those things where it's getting pumped out and it's just not being appreciated for what it is. That's entirely possible. I think it's very possible that I'm not appreciating it for what it is, that it's great, that it's a Jackson Pollock, and I'm just seeing splatter everywhere, random acts of splatter that don't have any sort of skill or beauty or aesthetic quality, or even if it's instinctual, even if it's, I don't know if guttural is the right word, but even if it's, that's okay. I'm okay with that. If it's instinct and going from the gut and all that, that's great. But this clearly is not that. This is like calculated. Everyone's delivering it the same way in every movie, in every story. And the story, I couldn't tell you what this movie was about. I couldn't tell you. A guy trying to sell something that I don't care about. And it's not like I don't love the actors. I love the actors who are in there. They've had the most incredible careers. They're amazing actors. They're amazing people. But I don't know what the fuck is going on in Wes Anderson's movie. That's my review for the Phoenician Scheme. What the fuck happened? You want to know what I thought of it? I don't know what I thought of it. There's my review. Was it good? It might have been. It might have been terrible. It might have been great. I don't know. I was in the theater. I watched it, but I didn't absorb any of it. I just was thinking the whole time, I'm watching a Wes Anderson film. I'm watching a Wes Anderson film. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Will I go to the next one? Probably. Because it's not a Marvel movie. So I enjoy going to anything that's not a Marvel movie. No offense to Marvel fans or DC or whatever. But, you know, there's a lack of diversity, and there has been for a long time. So, of course, I'm going to go to anything that's different than that. But it doesn't mean I'm enjoying it. There's your review. I don't know.